Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome back to the barn. This time we are setting up dust collection, putting a Cyclone up there on that wall. So in the shop I have the ClearVue CV1950, which is a clear cyclone, which I absolutely love. It brings me such joy to watch sawdust swirl around in there as I'm feeding boards through the planer, for instance. Most of you share in my appreciation of how awesome that is, but some of you don't like the idea that that cyclone is made of plastic. So out here we have the ClearVue ef5, which is a very similar cyclone, just made out of steel. Now I am an affiliate for ClearVue Cyclones, so if you use the coupon code Cremona5 at checkout, you can save 5% on a cyclone system. ClearVue provided the entire system for the shop, and out here for the barn they provided just the cyclone. I'm providing all the ductwork, and I bought the accessories that they just started offering, their filter shaker and their silencer muffler thing, which we will install on the Cyclone out here. So previously I installed the main trunk up here, which will run back to the Cyclone, which we mounted up there on the wall somewhere. So I want to get started today getting the Cyclone assembled so I can get it kind of up in the air. I'm going to actually put it up there on the forklift and get it in the right spot and then attach it to the wall so I can get it aligned with the existing trunk that I put in already. Okay, motor mount plate thingy-mabobber. So this is exactly the same as the other dust collector. We got our taper lock bushing, which is going to attach that propeller to that motor shaft. So this thing is tapered and has a little split here so that when this gets pulled down into this hole here, it's going to squeeze on the shaft and lock it to the shaft. So that's how taper lock bushing works. I'm just going to loosely install these and then we'll get it slid onto the shaft. We want the bushing to be on the end of the shaft, so I'm just going to raise the impeller up a little bit, rest it on these bars. Let's lock down this little set screw, which keeps the key stock in place. And that's it. Impeller attached. So one of the big differences between this one and the plastic one is that since this one is metal, it's already set up to play with the NordFab fittings. So it has all these rolled ends on it. So this can go directly into NordFab fittings. Just like here on the output of the impeller into the filter system, you could run this with the rigid NordFab ductwork and just be all ready to go. Versus having to have one of these in here. This is a NordFab to flex hose fitting, which we'll use, but otherwise, if you want to go from this to flex pipe, there you go. So all the NordFab stuff just snaps together like that, which makes it super nice and convenient and modular. So next we're going to mount the impeller housing onto the Cyclone housing, and a couple differences I'll note here between this and the plastic Cyclone. On this one, you have a set of threaded holes on here. So the impeller can only be mounted relative to the Cyclone in 12 different positions all the way around because the mounting holes in the impeller housing have to line up with the mounting holes here in the Cyclone housing. Whereas on the plastic Cyclone, you actually screw the two components together. So your positions are infinitely adjustable instead of like incrementally or iteratively adjustable like they are on here. That's not going to be a big deal for me at least, but if you need more fine tuning of where the outlet and the inlet are relative to each other, that might be a consideration. Another kind of nice thing is that since all of this is all like welded together and we have this gasket thing on here now, we're not really doing a whole lot of silicone sealing. On the plastic one, there's like silicone everywhere, like you'll use a whole tube of silicone. With the metal Cyclone, you still need some silicone here and there, but there's far less of it to do. So now is where my installation is going to deviate from most people's, because at this point you're supposed to have this bracket mounted to the wall and you would start putting this thing up onto the wall in pieces and basically building it up on the wall. Since I'm going to be using my forklift to install this thing and it's going to be like 14 feet in the air, I'm going to fully assemble the whole thing down here on the ground and lift it up as a single unit versus trying to assemble this thing up in the sky. So the next thing will be to take the impeller and flip it over and put it into the blower housing. There's your little trick. Set it on top of the bolts so you can get your fingers up. So the cool thing here is that this actually uses those NordFab fittings again. So this is an 18-inch NordFab clamp. So once again, on the plastic Cyclone, this is an area that you have to seal. On here, these clamps are self-sealing. So that's not really a concern. So there it is. There's the Cyclone, I guess. I of course forgot that I need to have it actually picked from the other direction, from the front of the unit. So we're going to spin it around. Okay, I have it sitting there on the forks in the right position, and I just want to get it up, kind of up there, so I roughly know where I need to put some boards across here between the two posts for this this mounting bracket thingamajiggy. So, yeah, it's going to go up and down a few times. So a couple things. The mast is at full height, and that is not actually high enough. So I will probably have to pick from the mounting ring when I do the actual lift up here. But what I can see from here with this duct, it kind of comes into probably the bottom of the fork. So I'm about 8 inches too low because that's the size of that duct. Where's my finger? That duct there's an 8-inch duct, and I gotta go up probably another 8 inches or so. So I'm just gonna slap a board on the wall about 8 inches higher than where we're at right now and see where that kind of takes us. Hopefully now that junction box isn't in the way, which it could be. We can go higher, I guess. If I have to, I can raise this duct a bit higher too. So we'll see. At least I got it up here, and I have at least some idea what it's going to look like up here on the wall. Here we go. We're almost there. Just gotta get it off the forks now, but it's partially on the bracket. There we go. It's on the bracket now. So, smush it towards the back. Oh my God. Let's see here. Is that right? I wish they labeled this. Let's see. That's the smallest. Yeah, we're on there. Okay, it looks kind of promising. Maybe a little low, maybe? Pretty darn close in this direction, though. So I wanted to get this counterweight on this side before I go shoving it off of its support back there and having it tip down on me. So I'm gonna go down there now and just shove this whole thing wherever this is, 2 feet or whatever. I was thinking, I'll just like get up here and just pull it over instead of shoving it over 4 inches at a time with the forklift. That might have been the correct way to go, though. Ugh. Whatever that is. That is gonna be damn close. I can still turn the Cyclone a little bit too to get it in line because I'm off about 2 or 3 inches left to right now. And we got about 4 inches still. Oh, come on. Okay. Hot. That is not bad, actually. Because I eyeballed this, and the height is like perfect. It's a little, I gotta mess with this fitting a little bit and turn it and get it more in line, but that ain't bad for eyeball, that's for sure. Let me mess with this. Let's see if I can get it a little more lined up. Okay, slide it in. I got so lucky. Look at this. Oh, I don't know if you could plan it that well if you wanted to. Okay, let's see. Oh my gosh. We're hooked up. Oh, that feels good. I was really worried about this. All right. That's more normal. Okay. Another foot. Right there's good. I don't know how to hold this. How the hell am I going to hold this? Okay, we got a drop. Oh, the swivel's nice until you got to put a hose on it. Oh, come on. Maybe I should have put the hose onto the adapter first. All right, I'm gonna leave this sitting here for a bit so that it has some time to kind of detension as it's been kind of cooped up in a box for so long. So while that's kind of hanging out for a bit, I'm gonna move on to the filter stack. So we have it kind of mocked up here. We have the clean out box, first filter. We have the filter vibrator mounting area here between the two filters. And then we'll have the silencer on top of that. So that's gotta go somewhere on the wall here. So now that they're mocked up, I know at least where the bottom needs to be, so I can get some kind of bracket on the wall to support the whole entire stack going up to the Cyclone way the heck up there. So I'm gonna grab some 2x4s and make a wall bracket shelf mount thing. I'm a bobber. So for our little shelf material here, this is the wall mounting bracket that they give you if you're not using or not able to get your mounting bracket thing for the Cyclone against an actual stud. Since I can put my support anywhere, I don't need this. So this is now going to be a shelf for the filters. Then I also had the idea that, well, instead of putting some braces down here like this, why don't I just put this support up top and hang the braces this way so they're not down here in the way. So a few more screws and this little support shelf thing should be almost ready to go. Other angle. Cool. All right, so we're gonna start with the, what is this thing? The clean out thingamabobber. It's the base of the whole assembly, and I got some bolts here, which will bolt to the bottom. That is where the leveling feet would be normally. But since I don't need any leveling feet, I'm using this as a way to secure this entire stack to the shelf thing. Okay, I want to assemble some of this down here on the ground. So this is the bracket for the filter shaker to knock all of the loose stuff off the filters. A little silicone. This is definitely clogged because it's old. Oh my God. Okay. Boop. It smells good. Okay, there's that one. Do the same thing to this guy. Okay, first filter. Oh, I got some silicone there. I'm just gonna set this guy in the silicone. Turn that to the way I want it. Which is that the way, I think. Like that. A little silicone between the two halves. Ooh. Okay, one more. Time for sketchy stuff. What's over there? It's all the way over here. Okay, there's our filter stack. Now we gotta put the muffler up top. You're good. All right, make sure you get a shot of the silicone job because it's freaking artistic. Artwork. Good thing I have this authentic Cremona hoodie with pouch for screws. Oh my God, it's heavy. Holy. This was a lot lighter on the ground. I'm just throwing that out there. There we go. There we go. Good girl. Yeah, it's just like doing the barn roof. Slap the drill. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. That go? Why is that one so much easier than the 9s? Done. We are connected. So here's how it looks down here on the ground. Just about done here. We got the collection drum to finish up. I have the vibrator to install onto the filter stack. So that's gonna go on next. That's a quick one. And that's pretty much it. Just gonna get this hose cut, and that'll be the drop from the bottom of the Cyclone down to the drum. And we're pretty close to being wrapped up here. Oh, that's some thick vinyl. Whatever the hell stuff is. Slide it down. Yes. There we go. Whoop. Clampy dealio. Spinny thingy. It's running away. Good enough. That was much easier. Wait, that's not the right side. This side. So there it is up on the wall and fully assembled and functional. I want to test the muffler a little bit because it sounds like this is quieter than the one in the shop. So we're going to compare this one to the one in the shop and see how loud they are. I love you, but it would be a huge hassle to pull that muffler on and off and rehook up the filters and everything. So we're not going to do that. So this isn't going to be quite apples to oranges. It's going to be more like Honeycrisp to Golden Delicious or something. We have different room acoustics. We have a different material for the Cyclone, but we have the same impeller pushing air through the same filter stack. So we should be at least ballpark-ish. Okay. Back to the barn. Okay, so we dropped, what, 3 decibels or something around there, 3-4 decibels, which is not insignificant. And at least tonally to me, in here, this doesn't sound like a big wind turbine. It just kind of sounds more like a muffled hum. So it's a little more pleasant or something. I think it's a decent upgrade if you have the space to include it in your whole setup. As far as the shaker thing goes, I figured this would be a little bit more convenient than blowing out the filters with compressed air every so often like I do in the shop. With it being up high, it's definitely less convenient. So this just has a plug on it so I can plug it in whenever I want to shake the filters. You can wire that into like a timer or something else, but I figure whenever I empty the drum, I just plug it in for a few seconds and I'll shake any dust out of the filter into the collection box. So far it's been doing a really great job keeping up with the surfacer. I just got this thing set up and I've been flattening a few slabs out here this week, and it has no problem pulling literally all of the sawdust, at least that the boot can capture, up out of there. So no problem at all with dust collection to the slab surfacer. And then of course I have the trunk set up for future runs in the future. When and if I need to add more machines out here. For now I have a single 55-gallon drum. This is basically twice as big as the collection drum in the shop. That one's a 30, this one's 55. And the nice thing about having this the shelf thing here is when I want to take the bin out to empty it, I can just take the lid, stick it up here on the shelf, and then wheel my drum out wherever it needs to go, out to the woods to get dumped. You can see how much this hose is relaxed in the few weeks it's been out here. That was like a tight fit to get it to reach down there when I installed that. But I think this is gonna work out really nicely for me. I'm really excited and happy that I can get this thing up and out of the way. I think that's kind of nice to preserve, the floor space and things over here, just to further utilize the vertical space I have. Getting that duct up there into the truss is nice too. I don't have anything hanging down below the trusses, so taking advantage of the vertical space I have. So that's gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed the new dust collection installation out here. Kind of similar to installing in the shop, but slightly different with more height and excitement or something. I don't know. So thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments on the dust collection out here in the shop or wherever, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.